Good afternoon. Today is the 9th of July and this is Gilks Garage Café at Kineton in Warwickshire. Today has been a relatively kind of small scale social event for the channel ahead of the BMC Leyland show that will be happening tomorrow just down the road at British Motor Museum in Gaydon. This is a car that we have actually had on the channel before. We had it in 2020. It's a 2003 MGTF 135 owned by Constable Bailey, who yes, is a member of Her Majesty's Constabulary, and so makes sure that when I film my videos I don't do anything illegal, which obviously is best, isn't it? It's very, very, very clean. It's a lot of fun to drive this, as is Captain Reed, who is a friend of his, has a TF 115. That's also very nice. This belongs to a friend of his called Rob. It's a 2004. It's a late pre-facelift MG ZR with some very nice wheels on. Are those the 11 spokes, viewers? I forget about these things. It might be the 11 spoke ones, but it might be sort of different. You can fit ZS wheels to these easily because there are a lot of sort of shared bits between the two. Nice sort of green colour. When we get to next weekend, we'll be having some fun at the MG40 event as well. There's also some cars here that aren't actually part of the social event. There aren't too many of us here today. We've come at a relatively sort of quiet time. There was some crazy sort of BMW stuff going on earlier on, but that's now stopped. 1985 to 86 Mini City, which is actually relatively standard. The wheels and mirrors are not standard or anything, but a lot of the rest of bits are actually correct, which is good. Of course, this sort of mini light style wheels do suit this and a lot of other cars. Another MG5 there. We see MG5s everywhere at the moment. Look at this though. I think this is an Austin A40 or A70. I think it's an A40. It's a relatively small car, but I could be wrong about that. It's about 1950, something like that. There was some A90 Atlantics actually here earlier on. Yeah, it is an A40. I got that right. But I actually got it right for once. Let's have a look at the interior of this. Look at that, viewers. That, I believe, on the steering wheel is actually the indicators. And we've got I think it's a tiny wood dash and some leather seating. Oh, that smells good. It's very, very good. Right, we'll go at the back, the car club parking, which is actually where we are supposed to be. More cars that we have had on the channel. This is a 2014 Peugeot RCZR. We don't normally talk about cars like this on the channel because it has a modified version of the Prince engine in it. But the THP, which is what this has in it, I think it's something like 256 horsepower. They don't seem to be as problematic as the normal Prince engines, which you know is good. It's very good. It was a lot of fun, despite my misgivings. And this car's only done 200 miles this year, which is very nice for it to be brought here. Another one out of the same collection, Justin, who's had tons of cars on the channel, is this really rather nice 2001 Peugeot 406 Coupe. This car was actually at the last social event we had here back in September, and he calls it the banana, but that's for some obvious reasons. The one that I filmed actually for the channel when I reviewed a 406 Coupe back in April 2021 was another one of Justin's cars. It's an ex-Peugeot press car, again this sort of age, blue with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers, as you know, and hopefully at some point we'll be selling beige leather interior merchandise. The car's looking actually much cleaner than usual because it's going to the show tomorrow, although there are some flies on the front of it, which is so just what you get at this time of year, unfortunately. It's a bit unfortunate. Mr. Coleman is here though in the Jeep, which is looking, well, it's looking rather nice. He's just giving it a little clean. It's looking immaculate. I had a wonderful opportunity to drive this yesterday. I actually drove Mr. Franks, who some of you will know, who is the Tweed Jacket Review's co-founder, who's having some work done on his car by Mr. Coleman. I drove to the shops in this, and it was fun. 23 miles per gallon as well today, which isn't too bad. It's very nice. If you want to see this car in person, then I suggest you go to Festival of the Unexceptional, which will be at the end of the month in Lincolnshire. Mr. Coleman and I will be going there, and I'll be giving him some money for fuel because, well, yes, it's not just the fact that petrol is expensive, it's that this likes the E5 as well. So that is also something which adds to the cost of it, but my gosh, it's just a nice car. And I must remember to take my chair out the back of his car as well. Here we have as well a lovely MG3. This is actually a non-standard one. It's the first non-standard one I think I've ever seen. Back in March, this was at the NEC Practical Classics Restoration Show. It was owned by Sergeant Langstaff of the Maverick Motors channel. It's come all the way down from Yorkshire. It's actually about to have some work done on it. It's about to have some sort of mild restoration done on it. It's done, I think, almost 100,000 miles. It's one of the highest mileage MG3s that I know, and has had some classic issues sort of with it, like the one that I had, which was the same issue with both of them, which is the fuel pump. Yeah, it's not the thing you'd expect on a car that's so new, but yeah, obviously he was also a fan of Gilks Garage, where we are. So I thoroughly recommend sort of coming home. We'll be back here on the 1st of October because Mr. Richardson is from Furious Driving is having another sort of social event here, and I probably won't be bringing along my stand with me because it keeps falling over. It's just being propped up there by the middle of the fence. Any wind, it just sort of falls over, so it's not very good. Anyway, that's just a little brief video because it will be tomorrow we'll be starting the BMC Leyland Show coverage, and I don't know how many parts I'll be making viewers, probably far too many, as always. But thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see all this stuff. Like this video, leave a comment below, and we'll see you again very soon.